It's opening day. We just got in. It's about 76 degrees, so it's just got a good rainfall, so it's a little bit cooler. Right now, we're sitting after a buck that I caught browse last year. I had this buck all year last year coming in on pictures, the entire season. I actually saw this buck 3 times in person. It was a smaller main frame 8-point, and he just had a really good blow up year this year. Last year he had broken off one of his main beams, so we're going to try to give him a shot this year. He looks really good. He's picked up a little some extra. He's got a lot of extra junk on his base this year, so we're going to get settled in here and see what happens. So, we didn't get a post-hunt interview yesterday for a very specific reason. I actually had 2 bucks I filmed that we're going to put in there. Small, real young bucks. And, I saw one come out right in front of me out of the pines, and then I saw something deep in the pines. I didn't know what deer it was. And whenever the first buck got to where, I had good cover from him, I snapped my cell phone in my cell phone stand, because that's what I'm using to video myself when I'm shooting. And my cell phone sat there for about 5 minutes and decided it was going to fall out. So yesterday was it was pretty uneventful. I just saw two little bucks. Everything else was pretty quiet. There was a bunch of activity last night. I was kind of afraid. I haven't seen browse in a little while. And then when I was leaving last night, I was driving down the road, driving by the pine, because this property is about 60 acres of planted pines, and it goes from the transfer point that I'm hunting, where the hardwoods are, all the way to the road. And I was driving by and I smelled a dead deer, and I had not seen browse in a couple of days, and I was like, well, dang, man, that deer's probably sitting there. I still haven't. I'm going to go and check it out before I leave here today. I'm going to go check out and see if I can find what deer's dead over there. But right now, I just came to redeploy some chums. I also am... Oh, that was a big limb. Shouldn't have drove over that one. But I also came because in the beginning of the season, browse was, he was coming in like clockwork every afternoon. 7:50 to 8 o'clock was in there. For 3 weeks was in there every afternoon. But that was during his velvet period, and he shed his velvet not too long before bow season started, and now his pattern has completely changed. So I'm about to deploy chums, and then I had a picture of him last night from 4:24 a.m. and I have a good idea of what trail he came out of. So I'm probably gonna go back there and get some. I got a cell cam with me that I'm gonna deploy, and I might make me like a mock paw mark or something, and put some voodoo in it and see if I can. find out where this deer is bedding up at. So hopefully it all works, and hopefully everything will get. We can get on this deer fairly soon. Alright, y'all, we are I'm just gonna start following this trail that it's kind of been taken back here, and looking to see if I can find some rubs. But I mean, you can, well, I can't flip the camera around, but this trail's pretty heavy right through here. So we'll start filming again once I find a place to set up. But I don't know if this deer has changed his bedding area, but he seems like he's been coming from back this way. There's a bunch of foliage and stuff on the ground, so we'll see. We're just gonna keep an eye out and look for signs and stuff like that. Alright guys, we just came up. I mean, we're not, you can still see my truck there through the woods. And we've got a pretty fresh palm flag. So I'm probably just gonna freshen it up a little bit, and then we're gonna use the Voodoo, try to put a hex on him, get him in here. But I mean, this is a really good size paw mark. Let me see, I'm just gonna freshen it up a hair and get Alright. I'm gonna keep going. I know where this spot is, so I'm just, cause it's right here. But I don't think I'm gonna set the trail cam up right here. We're gonna keep moving here in a second. But I was just about to leave from over here, and I found another one, and it looks pretty fresh too. I'm gonna see if I can try to find a little, if he's going this little paw mark line, see if I can find where he's headed towards. I'm gonna do a little bit more looking and see. I'm gonna spray some. I might even piss in this one, because I do have to pee a little bit, and see if we can get him a little agitated. See if we can get him coming to this area a little bit more. We got the camera up right now. There's a trail going down this way, and then it's heading down this way towards that water source. So we're gonna see if we can get a connection here with this trail cam and just kind of pinpoint where he's going. I gotta get out of here pretty soon because it's getting to be about 3 o'clock. I've already, I was walking kind of back that way, and I had a doe move through I don't know if I jumped her up or what happened, but we freshened up a couple. I didn't see much coming back that way, but we freshened up a couple of scrapes, and probably need to go and check this way before I get out and see if that's where that paw mark line is coming from. We're getting ready to go in. It's Wednesday. It's been storming, but let's see, what's the temperature? 73, so it doesn't feel too bad. Hopefully these deer are going to be up and moving. We actually had my target buck daylighted for the first time since he shed his velvet, so we're looking, hopefully he's going to go back to his pattern that he was in before. He was coming in like 750, 755, and today we're hoping for that. I'm going out of town for the weekend with my lovely wife to go on our anniversary trip. So if we're gonna get it done, we got to get it done. With him daylighting this morning, I've got high hopes for him to daylight this afternoon. And as far as the first hunt, I started editing the videos and everything, and found out that my SD card was corrupted. So I don't have any of that footage, which is not a terrible thing because I'd only videoed 2 deer. It wasn't, it was two little dinks, so not a huge setback, but we are not going to have any footage for that first hunt. So I'm about to get dressed, and then we're going to head into the woods and see what we can see. It's a little after 5. We just got settled in. Browse showed up this morning at daylight at 9:11 a.m. He's kind of seeming like he's getting back to his previous pattern. We got a light rain in here, so we're hoping for some activity. We're hoping not to get bored on. Hopefully we won't have the same mishap as the camera falling out of the stand this time. I've kind of got me a little rig going on up there now. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're hoping for a good hunt, and the conditions seem right. My wind's looking really good, so I'll keep y'all posted. It's 6:30. It's still raining pretty light. It feels good out here. No action so far, but the wind's still good, and we're hoping that we're gonna see something within the next 30 minutes or so. Get a little heart beating a little bit. Come on. As y'all can see, we're reporting live from the BZ Podcast Studios. It was very super uneventful hunt. As you can tell, I'm terrible at doing post-hunt interviews. I walked out, got in the truck, and called my wife, and just completely forgot. There was no action. It rained basically the whole time. I mean, it wasn't miserable. It felt really good out there. I didn't get very wet. Was obviously hoping for a different outcome, but that's why they call it hunting and not killing. So I am actually going out of town, and will be gone until Sunday afternoon. So the next sit will be Monday. We'll start a whole nother episode up, and we're gonna see where this thing's gonna take us. If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. And so if you want to get on, we want to get on big bucks. So that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna complain about not killing the first weekend or first couple, almost full week of deer season. I had a good time. It was actually nice sitting out there just up against a tree watching it rain. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, watching the first episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and hopefully there's better things to come.